Hello and welcome to the Ministry of Miniatures, and today we've got a very special battle report. Chris is rejoining us and we are going to start our little Escalation series where we're going to fight through Normandy with some new forces. So let's have a look at the table, let's have a look at the scenario, and we'll also look at the forces. So for today we're going to be playing key positions. This is going to be somewhere in Normandy. It's just a ruined set of buildings on the crossroad. We've already put the first objective in the centre of the field. It's a slightly smaller field. But we're both, as part of the escalation, starting with building, painting and fighting with a 500-point army. So I've got D-Day US Airborne and Chris has got German Grenadiers. So this is the table. As you can see, we've got buildings, ruins, which will be hard cover. There's lots of fences and there's a wheat field here, which will be soft cover with some hedges against it. There is a bit of hard cover there. But all the rest of it's pretty much going to be soft cover. And the trees on the hills, as you can see, we're using Geek Villain Mat. So we've put some hills underneath and that just helps with a bit of elevation. And if they offer soft cover, they offer soft cover. There is a road running down the middle, but we're going to be playing long ways, so across the table. So there's a slight advantage, but there are also some anti-tank obstacles around there. But that's the board for today. Let's have a quick talk through the scenario and then we'll have a look at the forces. Okay, so for today's battle, we're going to do key positions, which is scenario 3 from the main rulebook. This is version 2, but hopefully we'll do some version 3 once it comes out. So we've got the board laid out. We've got the centre objective in the middle. If you can roll a dice, it's D3 plus 2, and that's how many objectives we'll have. There we go. So it's going to be 4 objectives in total. Okay, so these are the 4 objectives. The big one is the one in the middle. And in order to win, you have to be closest to the objective, no enemies within 3 inches for you to claim it, otherwise it's uncontested. And then whoever has the most objectives at the end of the game, they win the battle. So let's see. So it has to, I get to place the first one, and I'm just going to place it here, but it has to be, you can just measure because it has to be with an outside of 12. Not quite. There you go. So I've just placed it there. So then you get to place one.
Well, kind of go the same way, maybe. Just do it right in the middle of the road to be obnoxious. Maybe I'll do it here.
Okay, and then the last one, I guess, we'll have to go on the end here. So we've put them down the middle, but that's absolutely fine because we're going to be fighting over them. So there we go. We've got the battlefield ready. We've got the objectives in place. Let's roll off to see who goes which side. So again, highest will choose. So you get a 4 and I get a 3, so you get to choose.
I'm going to stay this side.
Cool, and I'm going to be this side. So there we go. Let's have a look at the forces. So as I said, this is our escalation game. So Chris is new to the game. This is his first bolt action army. So let's have a look at his Germans. 500 points. Okay, here we go. Chris's 500-point German army.
Okay, so you'll notice a difference in basing between our 2 armies. I guess my guys were like fighting more in the mud or something. They're like entrenched, we'll say. But Altman's leading today with his unpainted hair. This is the little second lieutenant squad. Everyone's regular except one squad here. So second lieutenant, they've both got the SCGs. That's right, yeah?
Yep.
Then I've got Grey Wolf leading a sort of 10-man rifle squad. He's got a submachine gun and there's one little man with a submachine gun there as well. Then I've got 2 5-man, oh, steady, early casualty. 2 5-man machine gun squads, just with rifles for the other guys. A mortar with the spotter, medium mortar, again regular with the spotter. And these are Volks Grenadiers here, all with the SCGs being led by Bear, so they have a kind of interesting rule where they are green, but there's like an addition to that where if they lose somebody, the first person who dies from their squad, they get to roll to see if they uprate to regulars, but if they do, they can roll again, and on a 5 or a 6, they can uprate to veterans. Then the little truck, you like my little window that I did there with the machine gun on it as well, upgraded for 15 extra points, and I think it's 498 points.
And how many order dice did we say? Was it 7? 7 order dice and just under 500 points. There we go. That's Chris's first army. And we will be building on this 750 for the next game. But let's have a look at my US Paras. Okay, so this is my 500-point army. So I've got a lieutenant with 2 helpers. They all have got pistols and sidearms, but they've got rifles. That's the main thing. Then I've got 3 airborne squads. So the first one is based on the Pathfinders, but they're not Pathfinders because they were too expensive. All got rifles. So I've got War Dog leading these Pathfinder-esque airborne. But as you can see there, it's an 8-man squad including the NCO. Then next up, Red Bull. He is taking a 9-man squad, all rifles. I've got BAR at the back. And then I've got Somerville. So all 3 sergeants are taking rifle squads, and again a BAR at the back. So these 2 are identical. And then just because I hadn't painted a mortar, I'm taking a bazooka as part of my squad. So there we go. That is the US Airborne, 500 points and 5 order die. So the Germans have got numerical superiority, but all of my army is veteran. So we've rolled for the sides. We know where we're going to be. Let's put all the dice in the bag and get ready for turn 1. Okay, so we're just getting ready for turn 1, and Chris is looking to place his spotter for his mortar, and he's placed him in the trees there, hiding. He is classed as down, so he's going to be hiding in the trees. So there we go, turn 1. All of the dice are in the bag. Chris is going to give them a shake, and we're going to see who's going to come out with the first dice. Germans. Okay, next dice. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Germans again.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's what you wanted or not, but Chris
not necessarily, but you know, that's what it is. My other guys went down in the back of the truck, by the way. The whatever they are, Vox Grenadiers.
Okay, there we go. So Chris has just put his LMG squad up on the hill there, so he's got good oversight of the battlefield and a little bit of cover from those trees. So there we go. Next dice, please, Chris. Germans again. Okay, so Chris has just brought Altman on, his officer, and he's run up to the edge of the ruins there, ready for next turn. So next dice, please.
Green at last.
Okay, I've just advanced an infantry squad onto here, and I'm going to try to take a shot at your spotter over there.
Wow.
Okay, so only the BAR could reach, so it's going to be long range, small team, and you're down, so 7s. That's a good start. 1 possible. Oh, I've hit him.
What on earth?
Now I need to kill him on a 3. Oh, no, 4, isn't it, because he's regular. Ah, just a pin. Okay, so I've just advanced War Dog and the his smaller squad there. They've all got rifles. I'm going to take a shot at your squad up there on the hill just to see if I'm in range. Okay, so it's just this guy on the end here that is not in range, but the others are all in range. Americans don't have a movement penalty, so it's going to be movement 3. It is long range, and then it's whether you get soft cover from that tree. Okay, so I've got 7 shots. It's going to be just long range because they're elevated, and fortunately that one tree doesn't quite cover them. So needing 4s. That is 5 hits, and then needing 4s to kill. So that's 4 dead. And
Sorry, who is sending you these dice?
So 4 dead and a pin.
4 of a 5-man squad.
Yeah, so you're going to need to take a morale check as
Yeah.
well. Okay, so Chris is going to take his morale check.
Yep.
So you're normally a 9, is that right?
Yep, because they're regular, so then got the pin, so that's -1 to 8, and then lost the NCO, so that's 7. 4, 5, 6.
Stays there.
Stays there.
Okay, next dice, and it's Germans. Chris is going to look at bringing some more infantry on. Okay, there we go. Chris has brought his mortar on, and he's sat in behind the hill, ready to start popping shots at the US Airborne. Next dice then, please. Okay, there we go, and I've just had Red Bull lead the charge. There's not a lot to shoot at, so I've just run the Airborne up near the objective, but to try and get into those ruins to get some cover. So there we go, that's the American move. Over to whoever's next from the bag.
You.
Americans again, right. Okay, Americans up next, and my officer and his 2 assistants have just run into the ruins near the centre of the crossroads. So there we go. I've got 1 dice left, and you've got a couple left, haven't you?
It's a black one. Yeah, I've got 2 more, and you've got 1 after that.
Okay, Chris has just brought on his LMG squad, and he is going to take a shot at the Americans over here.
So
Just the LMGs in range.
Yeah.
So you got movement 4, long range 5.
It's 5 shots,
Yeah, because it's an LMG, and then it's that stone wall in the way. It's just if you draw a line across, does it cross it?
Does it cross the stone wall?
Yeah.
Then absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, hardcover 7s. Okay, so 1 possible. Yeah, so that's a pin. Now you need a 5 to kill.
Okay, I can't believe that. That's 2 7s in one game. I've never seen one before in my whole bolt action career, as short as it's been.
5, and that's 1 dead. Okay, Chris has just deployed his, is that rifle squad, did you say?
Yeah.
Rifle squad led by Grey Wolf. They are taking the flank and coming round towards this objective. There's only 2 dice left in the bag, I believe. One's yours, one mine. No, black.
Yes.
It's great. There we go. So I've just run the bazooka team onto the side of the ruins there. And then it is last dice for Chris. So let's see where he's going to bring his truck on. Okay, so Chris has just brought his truck on at advance. You're going to take some shots?
I am. I'm going to shoot at these guys here.
Yeah, really not to, wouldn't it? So you get 6 shots, still movement and hard cover. So you're going to need 6s, but based on your last rolling, that should be quite easy.
Well, I'm not sure easy.
Got to roll it on the table.
That's alright, it wasn't a 6 anyway.
And 6 shots because it's a medium machine gun.
Oh,
Roll
sorry, I
number.
thought
Oh, look at
steady
that.
on. Shouldn't have told me. It's a 4.
Just another pin. Okay, so that ends turn 1. None of us are near the objective, although I think my paras here probably are quite close, but you're getting pretty close over there again. So let's collect up the dice and get ready to play turn 2. Turn 2, and the dice are in the bag. Chris is going to give them a shake.
Green.
And it's green first. Okay, so I'm going to have to move these guys first. They do have 2 pins, so normally a 10 down to an 8. And they've passed, so they get 1 pin off, and I'm going to move them up. So there we go. I've just moved my Americans up here, and I'm going to fire at your truck. So its movement is still 3. I've got a pin, which is 4, hard cover. So let's work out the... Okay, so needing 7s. 1 possible. No, but needed to take the shot.
Phew.
Next dice then.
It's a black.
Yeah. Okay, Chris has got the first dice and he's going to move up Grey Wolf and his infantry unit there. So there we go. The infantry squad have moved up into the ruins and he's going to fire at, I presume, the airborne over here.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's going to hopefully be in range.
Okay, so Chris has worked out how many dice he's got. For those that can see, you've got movement 4, long range 5, probably soft cover.
6.
Yep. Nothing. But worth the shot. Okay, so it's Chris's dice, and he is going to decant all his troops from the truck. Okay, so Bear and his troops with the assault rifles have moved into the ruins, and these 3 here have got line of sight on these paratroopers here, so he's going to take a shot. Okay, so these 3 here can see, and it's just going to be, movement is 3, but it's going to be long range 4s. And I'm not
2 shots each.
Yeah, so 6 shots needing 4s.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah.
they get a pin for sure. And then they kill on 5s, right?
Yeah.
2.
2 dead. Daka. Let's take off the casualties. Okay, it's American. I'm going to advance these guys into the ruins there. They do have a pin, so they're normally 10, so I'm going to need 9 or less. Oh, and 11, they just go down. Cursed of rolling high. Okay, so Chris has got the next dice. He's just going to shoot his truck at my guys there. Okay, so he's going to have 6 shots, and you're going to need just a hard cover, isn't it? So it's going to be 5s. Okay, and 5s to kill.
Yes.
And roll that again in case you get something decent. No, so just 1 dead. Okay, so Chris is going to fire his machine gun. He has no NCO.
And a pin and 1 man, so I'm struggling to control it.
Yeah, so minus a loader is 4. Then pin 5. It's not long range, is it? Soft cover 6. But you need to pass your test first. Yeah, so that's fine. So you just need to pass your test first because you're without an NCO.
Yeah,
so it's normally 9, pin down to 8, no NCO 7. 7, so pin comes off.
Close.
Okay, needing 5s.
Oh, knocked over the fence. I've got 1.
Yep, that's another pin.
And
Just another pin. German again, and Altman is going to go down behind the ruins. And it's America. Okay, it's the US, and I'm just going to move my officer team. They're just going to move out into the open here, and they're going to fire 3 rifles at your inexperienced guys in the ruins there. Let's measure what 6 is and see where I end up. So there we go, I've just advanced, and I'm going to take 3 shots with the rifles into the ruins with your inexperienced troops that we've got about. So it's going to be still movement 3. I'm not point blank, so it's going to be 3 shots needing 5s because you are in hard cover. 1 hit, so that's a pin at least. And let's see if I can kill 1 on 3. 6. So there's 1 dead and 1 pin, and you get to do your green test, don't you? This is going to be awkward. Okay, so he's going to do his green test, and we're looking for a 1.
We're looking for a 6 or a 5. It's a 3. Nothing happens.
But they do.
But they remain inexperienced.
Yes, very good. Okay, Germans again. Do you know what we're going to do, Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna move these guys into the building.
Okay, cool.
And shoot at your winters, which is right.
Yep. So they've just moved, and you're going to open fire onto here. So you can have movement. Need to measure distance and also soft cover.
Yep, cool. So we've agreed that the objective in the middle is not like a physical object, it's just like a notional thing, so they can see through it. So I'll get 3 shots with rifles, and there'll be movement 4, long range 5, soft cover 6. Yep. So I've got 3 for 6s. And then the LMG is 5 shots, because it's a German one, and it's movement 4, soft cover 5.
Very good.
So
5s first.
They're the blues.
Oh, look at that, 3 hits.
And then these are 6s.
4 hits. That's a good start. Now you need 5s to kill.
Yeah. So
1 dead. You've got to roll it on.
That's gone. That's under the table and far away. And
so 1 dead, so now a small team and a pin. Okay, green, and I'm going to advance Somerville. He's just going to advance up into the ruins, and let's see where he ends up. Okay, so I've just advanced here, and I'm going to open fire on that unit there, which you've just moved. I've conveniently placed all mine so it doesn't get hard cover, but these ones firing through the fence does afford him soft cover. There's no movement penalty, it's probably going to be long range and soft cover. So let's work out how many dice and get straight back. Okay, so my squad here, I've got 8 rifles. They don't get a movement penalty, but there is soft and long range. So it's going to be 8 dice needing 5s, and then I've got BAR, which will just need 4s. So needing 5s on these ones. 3, and then needing 4s, 2. So that's 5 hits. See if I can kill anyone. That's 5 dead.
What the hell?
That's the whole squad, isn't it?
That's the whole squad.
Oh, I so needed that.
That's insane.
Well done, guys. I so needed that. But there we go. So that's the dice out of the bag for me, but it doesn't count because it's about getting the objective.
And on the
Okay, so Chris is looking to fire in his mortar. He has got a spotter there.
Yeah, I do. Still, just although he has to pass his test first, right?
Okay, so the mortar's going to fire. Which unit are you firing at?
The guys in the building here, because you've got a blank on the first floor that can be seen through the gap. So,
4.
No, 4. So next time on a 5. And this is the last dice, and it's yours.
Okay, this is my bazooka, and I'm going to give him an advance order. Okay, there's my bazooka, and he's going to take a shot at your truck. But it's going to be 7s, because it's going to be movement, hard cover, probably long range. So let's have a look and come back with my 1 shot. Okay, 1 dice needing 7s. Oh, not even close.
Denied.
Well, there we go. That's the end of turn 2. Let's collect the dice up and see what happens next. Okay, turn 3. Dice are in the bag. Give them a shake. Who's going to get the first dice? Come on, Americans. Oh, that's Germans. Okay, so Chris has put his squad on here on ambush. I think he can sense that Winters and the other troops are about to close the gap. Okay, next dice then, please.
I just like put it there, that's fine.
Yeah, because you basically pivoted around, moved, and then pivoted back.
Yeah. Okay, so advance. from the truck, wherever that is. Six dice. No pins or anything.
Who's firing it?
Winters.
Okay, he's going to go down.
Okay, that's fine.
So you'll have movement, soft cover, and down. So it's going to be sevens.
One possible.
Save my bacon. Okay, I'm going to try to activate these guys here. So they do have 3 pins. So that's normally a 10 down to a 7. And one comes off, and I'm just going to advance up through the wheat field. Okay, so I've just advanced these guys. They do have 2 pins. Am I within point blank? Oh, couple. Okay, so I've got 5 shots needing 5s, and then 1 shot needing 4s. No. Okay, so the dark green needs 4s, the others need 5s. So that's 2 hits. So let's see if I can get 6. So I've got 6. Okay, so I need a 4, 5, 6 to destroy it. And I get a 6. So that truck is now destroyed. But it is hardcover. So you leave it on, and we put smoke on it, and the dice comes out. Okay, so Chris is going to fire again.
He doesn't have a pin now, does he?
He doesn't have a pin, but he's not got a loader. So he got 4 for not having a loader, and soft cover, the 5s.
Even though he's elevated?
Well, they're in a wheat field, aren't they?
Sure.
Okay, 5 dice needing 5s. 1. That's another pin back on.
Killing on 5s, right?
Yep.
1 down.
Another dead and a pin. Okay, I'm going to fire my bazooka at these guys in here.
Sheesh.
There's nothing else left, so I just need. No, let's measure. Okay, so needing a 5 for the hardcover. No. Okay, next dice.
Fire on your lot here.
Yep.
I can't remember what we said last time. How many can see? Like 4, 5.
Well, you work it out.
1.
And if they can see, they can
2,
shoot.
3.
Okay, so he's got 5 shots needing 5s, but I'm actually going to go down to make it 7s because I'm on the objective pretty much. So take a dice out of the bag, and you now need 7s. So 1 possible.
Let's go. Oh, I saw it.
Close, but no cigar. Okay. Not many dice left.
Black again.
Okay, so Altman has moved into the ruins. He's going to fire at these guys here. You don't have a movement penalty, but it's probably might be long range. Small team. Okay, so 4 shots.
4 shots, and what
Long
did you
range,
say? Long
small
range.
team.
So 5s.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get
1 hit. Still needing 5s. Oh, and you get 1 to get the loader. Okay, I am going to advance this unit here, and they're just going to try and take up a position by those by the fence there. So let's move and see what's going to happen. Okay, so Chris is activating his ambush. It's normally a 3. He's an experienced 4. He's got a pin 5, and I'm behind soft cover, so that's going to be 6s. 12 shots needing 6s.
Let's go, Bear. Good to see you on the video the other day, or on the pictures.
Oh, there's a few.
There's a few there.
Rolling high. 3 hits. That's at least a pin. Okay, needing 5s to kill. Drum roll. Oh, look at that. Roll a 6 again in case you get the NCO or the BAR.
Let's go.
You do. What do you want?
I would like the NCO, please.
Okay. Somerville, he's killed you. No way, man. Okay, so Chris is going to fire his mortar. You going for the same squad?
Same squad.
Can you see them?
Oh, maybe not then. I'll have to shoot these guys.
Okay.
So hitting on 6. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So get your template.
Where is my template? I thought I left it at home.
Okay, so that's a hit, and he's got 4, but actually I'm down. So it halves the hit. So instead of rolling 4, you roll 2 dice. So 2 dice. They're normally veterans on a 5, -2, so you're looking at 3s, aren't you? Oh, so that's 1 dead, 2 dead.
Do I re-roll the 6?
Yep.
Yep.
So 2 dead and pins, D3. Okay, that's the end of turn 3. It's been quite bloody. I've got lots of pins on my Americans. He's ranged in on his mortar. Let's collect the dice and see what happens on turn 4. Okay, turn 4. Let's see what happens. Okay, Americans first, and my officer is going to do you guys snap 2, and I'm going to take another dice out of the bag, and I'm going to move these guys, and I'm going to do these ones first. So let's move them and see what happens. Okay, so first up, let's see if I can pass with the officer. 11, no, oh my goodness, he's gone down. This is just not what I needed. Then this squad here, let's see if they pass their test. They do have an officer nearby, so I just need, that will do. And I'm just going to open fire onto your troops in the building.
They do have an officer, but they lost the NCO.
I'd still pass on that.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 7 shots because I've got BAR, just needing 5s because they're hard cover. 1 hit, and at least that's another pin on you, so you've got 2 pins. And a dead, let's see what I can take out with that. No, it's 1 dead, 1 pin. And that's a couple of my plans because winter's hit the deck. So Chris is going to fire the mortar, and I've just realised I should have moved my troops before because they're ranged in. Going to go down. So anything but a 1.
Yeah.
6, you hit. So I would have ranged in again. I reckon you probably get 3 there, is it? Or 4? There's maybe 4.
4, right?
Okay.
Okay, so remind me again. So I need
Just halving the hits. So you've ranged in.
So I need 4 dice.
Okay, 3 plus to kill. Oh, look at that, 2 dead. And roll that 6 in case you get another 6 and get the NCO.
All close.
2 dead and D3 pins.
1.
Another 1, so they're in a bad position there. Yeah, so Chris is firing his machine gun. So 5s again. There's no loader and soft cover. 6 shots. 5 shots, sorry, because it's LMG, isn't it?
Hit on 5s.
Yep.
0. He's been good so far.
Okay, I'm going to advance these guys here. They do have 3 pins, so it's normally a 10, down to 7.
5, 6, 7, 8.
They go down. They're not liking it, are they? Okay, my bazooka is going to need to take a morale check. He's veteran 8, that comes off. And I'm going to fire at your Altman. So let's work out what I need and be right back. Okay, so no loader makes it 4, hard cover 6, and then small team 7s. No, not even close. So I think he's going to go next, but there we go. And then next dice.
It's a black. They're all black.
There you go. It's all you now.
All right.
So they are inexperienced with 2 pins.
So that is what, 7 minus 3. Is that right? What do they say?
Okay, so needing 5 or less. Oh, so they go down.
Down. Then I should have rallied them probably because they're inexperienced. That's a learning point. So then Altman is going to fire at the bazooka.
Yep.
Is he? Actually, maybe he'll fire at this squad.
Okay.
So 2
4
guys,
shots.
long range.
So 9, yeah, because they're assault rifles.
Oh, sorry.
Soft cover.
So 4 shots.
Even
Long range
5s.
4, soft cover 5.
1.
So another pin on them, or their only pin. 5.
And 1
Off
dead.
the table. How's it going to fire? Just again at
Can you remember how many shots it was?
slot. It was 6.
So it's been long range, soft cover, and down.
Down, so it's 7, right?
Yeah.
4.
Hang in there, Red Bull. Hang in there.
6.
Oh, 2 possibles.
Let's go, Grey Wolf. Oh, so close.
Being down saved me there. But I'm still getting ranged in with a mortar.
On the mortar.
Okay, turn 5. All the dice are in the bag. Quick check. Your mortar's still out.
Oh, yeah, God. Any others? All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, turn 5. Let's see who's going to get the first dice out of the bag. This
One
is
black,
critical.
yes.
And it's like,
Alright, the mortar's going to fire.
I'm going to go, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to go down again.
Okay, so 1 shot hitting on
Anything but a 1.
anything but a 1. 6.
You keep rolling 6 on mortar every time.
It's irrelevant, unfortunately.
So how many can you get with a template?
Probably 2, I would say. I mean, inevitably 2. We can see that from here, probably. I will get it, just in case.
Okay, so you can get 2 guys because I've gone down. It goes to 1, and then you need a 3+ because they're veterans. Yes, and then you can roll that again in case you get the NCO. 1 dead.
Okay.
D3
D3
pins.
pins. Ooh, saw the 6 then.
Okay, Chris is having another go on the machine gun. So it's going to be 5 shots needing 5s again, isn't it?
Oh,
Nothing.
he's really whiffing now.
That's giving me hope. Okay, I'm going to do you guys snap 2 again with Winters. So if I could take another dice out the bag. I just need to pass my morale checks. So let's start with these guys here first. So they've got 1 pin, 7. So they clear the pin. And they are just going to move up to the line here and shoot at your guys in there. So the ones in the ruins, let's see if I can get some more pins. Okay, needing 5s for hard cover. 1, so that's another pin at least, so 3 pins. And 1 dead.
1 dead?
Inexperience. Yeah, inexperience. So 5 veteran, 4 regular, 3 inexperience.
Well, doesn't really matter.
Okay, next up, Winters. 7, he passes that nicely, and he's just going to advance up and see where he ends up. Okay, so next up was Winters. He's just jumped 6 inches across to here. So movement is 3. You're in hard cover, which is 5s, but I'm now point blank, which is going to be 4s. So 2 dice needing 4s. 1 hits, that's another pin. Just another pin. So these guys here have got another pin. Okay, I'm just going to move the bazooka, and he's going to move into the ruins here. Hopefully that's 6 inches. There you go, so he's just ended up, hopefully, there, so he should just be out of range. But actually what I'm going to do is fire at your inexperienced guys in the ruins there. So it's going to be movement. Let's see if it's long range, but it's definitely going to be hard cover. Is it over 12?
Yes.
It is. So movement 4, long range 5, hard cover 7. So unlikely, but 1 6. Oh,
Close.
next pass. Okay, War Dog's gonna have a go at moving. He does have 3 pins. So it's normally a 10 down to a 7. That doesn't look good. He's gone down. Oh.
Thank goodness. The pin's actually meaning something. 3 Germans. That is all that remains. Okay, so learning from my mistake last time, I'm going to rally.
Okay, so Chris is going to go for a rally order needing 8 or less. Yep, so it's D6 plus 1 comes off. 4, so you're clear. Okay, next up is Altman. 4 shots, firing at these guys over here.
It's going to be long range.
And soft cover. So 4 shots needing 5.
Are they in soft cover? Or
Yep.
are they...
1 hit. Can you get another 5 to wound?
No.
Okay, last squad there's firing on Red Bull again. He's getting pinned out. He's a bit stuck. The mortar keeps ranging in,
So
but he's down.
Long range 4, down 5, 6, soft cover.
Yep.
7s.
Definitely 7's got a small team as well now. Oh, so that's another hit. But no kill, but he's got lots of pins. So there we go, we're just collecting the dice. Oh, everything to play for. Who's going to get it at the end? So we're collecting the dice up, and let's look at turn 6. Turn 6, dice are in the bag, give them a shake. Who's going to get the first one? Green, okay. So first up, I'm going to move Winters. So there we go, Winters has just moved up against the wall of the ruins, and I'm just going to fire on those guys there. So his movement is still 3, point blank 2. You do have an option of going down, but I get 2 shots needing 2s.
Will not go down.
So I get 2 hits needing 3s to kill.
Oh, come
2
on.
dead and a pin. Oh, and that's half your unit.
And it's 7.
Yeah, so you've got pin. Yeah, so it's normally 8 with the pin down to 7, 7 or less. Yes, you're still in it. Okay, next up is the bazooka guy, and I'm going to move him to here. And he's going to fire at your spotter. So it's going to be movement, long range, small team. If it's within range, it needs to be 24. Okay, so it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, small team 6.
Oh my goodness. It's rigged, guys.
So I need anything but 1, I guess, to kill before
What the hell?
he's blown up.
Irrelevant because they're already ranged in.
Okay, so Chris is going to fire all the way across here. We've just measured it and it's within range, and he's going for that squad there.
Somehow got line of sight through the carnage.
All round the back. Just needing a 6.
Just needed a 6.
Well, you've been rolling plenty today, but you miss.
Okay, so do I put that with them?
Yes, because they might not pass their order
I mean, we're on
checks.
turn 6 anyway. So skip relevant. So green.
Okay, I'm going to try and advance these guys. They do have 3 pins, so it's normally a 10 down to a 7. Oh, well, they just go down. But sometimes getting a few pins on them helps. Who's next then?
Green.
Okay. Okay, I am going to rally with Red Bull.
I feel like that's a victory, guys, on who's watching this, just for me, because he never rallies. So
Yes,
just to
make
make him
him
have
rally.
to rally is
Yes.
just a small.
Well, fortunately, I took your spotter out, which means they're not going to get blown up anymore. 10 is what I need. And I get 12. So actually, that's a foobar. Ah, can you imagine if I kill my blooming mortar guy, my bazooka
That'd
guy?
be amazing.
3. I think they just back off. Okay, so we just worked out that the closest visible enemy were the guys in there. So actually I've had to do a run order, but because I'm going over a barricade here, I could only do 6, but they are now stuck right in the open, although there is some barricade protecting them there, but I think they're likely to go. Next dice then, please. And Chris is going to open fire on his machine gun.
Yeah. So orange 4.
Yeah, so Chris is just going to move that machine gun guy up. So it's going to be movement 4, no load of 5, soft cover 6, down 7s. You do have 5 shots.
Use 7s this game.
Oh, there's one possible.
Oops.
Oh. But they're not going anywhere quick, are they?
Okay, next one. We've only got one left, so it's me.
That's Altman, isn't it?
Yep, and Altman is.
Oh, you must have another one for Bear.
Yeah, I've got 2 more because I've got these.
Oh,
guys
yes,
as
of
well.
course you have.
And you've got 1 for that squad.
Yep.
So 5, soft cover 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, come on, guys. Nothing.
Okay, so as I just pointed out to Chris that it's long range 4, soft cover 5, so that's a pin. So let's see if you can kill someone.
Talking rubbish, guys. 3.
Nope. There we go. So Chris has just moved his Germans so they've maximised their shooting power, and he is desperate to get rid of
I'm going to shoot the bazooka
the
guy.
bazooka. So your movement, long range, small team, hard cover, 7s. Okay, says 8 rifles, needing 7s. Oh, one possible.
Playing the odds game here. No.
No. Okay, I'm going to try to advance these guys. So they do have 2 pins. So normally a 10 down to an 8. I just pass. So 1 pin. Let's see where they end up. Okay, so this squad's just advanced up here, and I'm going to fire on Bear. So it's movement 3, pin 4, hard cover 6s, small team 7. So a bit of an impossible shot, but let's see what I can do. Oh, but these are point blank.
Not going down, which they could.
Okay, so these ones need 6s, and these ones need 7s. No, so 1 hit, so that's another pin. And let's see if I can get a kill on a 3+. 4, so that's another pin, half the squad. You need to take a morale check. Oh, 2 pins. This is getting pretty close. 2 pins.
7, 6. He's gonna Bear, please.
Ah, and they've gone. Okay, we are going to call it the end of turn 6. So let's have a quick count up. So within 3, I've got Winters here within 3. So I get 1 point.
My God,
I've got the middle
so
one,
much
2
if you
points.
Moved it slowly too much.
3 points. Yes, that would be typical. So I make it 3-1.
3-1, unfortunately.
Well done, Chris.
Yes.
So we'll have a quick talk about what we thought about the battle and troops and what we're going to do for the next stage where we change it and move it up to 750. Okay, so US paratroopers victory 3-1. I think there were a couple of points in the battle where I think to start off with, I thought you had the best of me. If it was a game of chess, I think you kind of almost had me in checkmate.
I set up well. I think, so the key things for me, the first one was taking out this machine gun squad that died here. And if I'd run them into the building, that might not have happened. And people watching will be like, why didn't you run into the building? Well, because I was trying to get pins, right? Pinning is winning. There's conflicting ideas here. This machine gun squad up by the tree did an amazing job the whole game. The truck, I've never used one before, so I didn't really understand what leads it to be dead, except people being near it. So perhaps I could have treated it slightly differently and fallen back and replaced that squad with the truck. At the end there, unlucky in a way, because I could have just run out and just blammed your guy and taken an objective. I could have got a dice from Red Bull at the end, but there's no point really. I'm trying to wipe the guy off the objective.
Yeah, I think you started off really well, really strong. You came out in some really good positions. I'd basically given up on this side of the flank because to get across there would have been virtually impossible. So my mission was basically just to come in the middle, try and get as many of the buildings as I could and kind of spread out, and then use this to soak up some fire, which you did. I don't think you did anything wrong. It's just sort of some of the nuances on the rules.
Oh god, veterans are hard though.
Veterans are hard.
Like, what the hell? I don't have a single dice from you. After all of that, just pinning and pinning and pinning and pinning, no dice.
And even when you ranged it with the mortar, I had to keep going down with the mortar and just hope to keep them alive, so I'd get a dice first. But I really enjoyed it. It is only, you've only played a couple of games, so relatively new. We're learning the rules.
Yeah.
Version 3 is coming, so we don't want Chris to get too entrenched in version 2 because within a couple of months we'll have version 3 and we'll be playing that. But this is just a good way for you to build, paint and play an army. You've got a box set for Grenadiers, starter set, and you bought a few extra bits. So next up we'll be doing 750. So any thoughts around what you might change or what you might add?
Just do the exact same team but make them all veterans. Do you know what? I feel like in principle it works. Okay, maybe the Volks Grenadiers are a bit swingy because they didn't upgrade, but they're super cheap for what you get in terms of guns. Yeah. So maybe just like add a vehicle, just like put in a vehicle that can like sit back a bit and just like pop some HE at some infantry. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think for me, I definitely need to add a mortar, probably a sniper.
I was going to say a sniper.
And maybe, well, for 250 it doesn't go much, maybe another squad. I am also thinking about doing some engineers. So
what do they do?
So flamethrower and veteran SMGs. So quite hard hitting. Quite hard, so very hard. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I've got quite a few of the US Airborne on my painting desk trying to get them up. So I've got quite a sizable army, but I don't have any vehicles or tanks or anything for it. So we shall see.
How do I get a flamethrower?
Pioneers, or you can just take a flamethrower.
Because I just like, like as a small squad?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So you can just take a flamethrower. So generally take them veteran because they last a bit longer.
I feel like I just want to basically take what I took today, but just veteranise it. But
exactly. But your assault rifle squad, I think you need to remember the rules about the SMGs, the assault rifles, because that would help you get the positioning right. And if they were veteran, there's no way I'd go anywhere near them. Yeah. It was only because they're inexperienced. I knew if I could pin them, I could have a really good chance of them.
And I feel like if they'd unrated just once, they'd have even then been quite tough. So,
yeah. So there we go. That is the first of our escalation battles. Next up will be 750 in a few weeks' time. And we'll have a little play around with our armies to see what happens. But hopefully you enjoyed it, Chris.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can just get him learning the game and some of the nuances. And when version 3 comes out, then we can get him into that. And we may even be doing some Konflikt 47. So don't forget, give us a thumbs up, put some comments in there. If you haven't already, subscribe. It really helps. And just let us know that you're enjoying it. And see you all again soon.